There's been a massive showdown brewing in the world of AI coding tools. Closed-source powerhouses like Claude Code versus open-source challengers like OpenCode. If you step back and survey the landscape, with so many AI agents tackling the same core problems, Claude Code still reigns supreme as the fan favorite, even as competition heats up. Today, we're diving deep into the AI coding industry, why tools like Claude Code and OpenCode are game changers, how we've evolved to this point, and what Anthropic's controversial ban on third-party integrations reveals about the bigger picture in AI. Stick around because this isn't just tech talk, it's about how your daily grind as a developer is about to flip upside down. Let's rewind to the early days. One of the pioneering efforts in AI-assisted coding was GitHub Copilot, powered by OpenAI's GPT-3, fine-tuned on massive coding datasets. Think something like their Codex model. Back then, AI coding felt like a supercharged autocomplete feature. You'd type a few lines, and boom, it suggested the next chunk of code. It absolutely blew developers' minds, planting the seed that AI could revolutionize how we build software. But here's the catch. While it shaved off some typing time, it didn't overhaul the way we worked. Productivity ticked up, sure, but your workflow stayed the same. Hunting through docs, mapping business needs to architecture, and hammering away in your IDE. Copilot was just a sidekick in that final coding phase, guessing at your intent from partial snippets. Fast forward 4 years and Claude Code bursts onto the scene. In that interim, the industry experimented wildly with how AI could slot into dev life. GitHub Copilot stuck to the assistant role, helping you avoid boilerplate, but you were still the one driving, researching APIs, designing systems, and writing the bulk. It inferred requirements on the fly, but it was reactive, not proactive. Then came the next wave, tools that let you delegate more aggressively. Cursor emerged as an early standout, essentially forking VS Code into an AI-native IDE. Suddenly, you could operate at a higher level, turn a vague business spec into a precise prompt, and let the AI handle the implementation. Warp followed suit, offering similar vibes in a sleek, terminal-integrated setup. These weren't just helpers, they encouraged you to step back and orchestrate. Extensions like Replit and Klein fit here too, creating a back-and-forth dialogue where you'd refine prompts iteratively to nail the output. Aider was a trailblazer here, ditching IDE forks and extensions for a pure command line experience. It separated AI from your main workspace, letting you collaborate without cluttering your editor. Aider exploded in popularity among hardcore devs, thanks to its no-nonsense UI, though it could feel intimidating for newcomers. What made it shine? Killer accuracy in diffs, smart token usage, rock-solid context handling, and pinpoint precision. It wasn't flashy, but it paved the road straight to Claude Code. Don't get me wrong, Aider is a beast of a tool. It excels at knocking out specific tasks with minimal fuss. But it stayed in that lane, a reliable executor, not a full workflow transformer. That's where Claude Code leveled up the game. Claude Code, built on the same terminal-based foundation as Aider, didn't just iterate, it innovated. Right out of the gate, it was polished and reliable, with a user-friendly interface that lowered the barrier for entry. Throw in extras like multi-file editing, built-in debugging tools, and seamless integrations, and suddenly you're not just completing tasks, you're architecting entire projects. Developers shifted from module-level thinking to project-wide strategy. This wasn't incremental, it forced us to adapt our habits to AI's strengths. For the first time, we weren't shoehorning AI into our old routines. Instead, we molded our processes around AI. Enter files like claude.md and skills.md. These became repositories for extracting tribal knowledge from our brains into structured docs. Think about it. How many times have you debugged a legacy system based on some unwritten hack only the old-timers know? By formalizing this stuff, AI could ingest it and run with it. This practice alone is revolutionary. Critics often say AI adoption stalls not because the tech isn't ready, but because orgs aren't. Processes are murky, undocumented, locked in heads. Layering AI on that mess? Good luck. But when AI pulls it all out into the open, devs evolve from pure coders to hybrid project managers. That's when adoption skyrockets. Now, let's talk dollars and cents, because cost is king in this space. In a previous video, I broke down API versus subscription pricing, but Claude Code nailed it by letting users tap their Anthropic subscriptions for top-tier models like Claude 3.5 Opus, or whatever they're calling the 4.5 iteration by now. No more sweating per token bills. Anthropic subsidizes subs to hook you in. It was a win-win. Premium performance without the wallet drain. That is, until the ban hammer dropped. Anthropic cracked down on third-party apps using those subsidized subs, forcing them to the pricier API route. Cue the backlash. Users cried vendor lock-in, arguing subsidies should extend ecosystem-wide. I'm in the camp that says Anthropic's within their rights. It's their model, their pricing. But this firestorm spotlights OpenCode as the real agitator. OpenCode flips the script, fully open source, inviting community contributions to build AI agents rivaling Claude Code. I dove in and damn, it's stacked with features, plus a slew of free models ready to roll. No gatekeeping, just pure accessibility. This clash isn't petty, it's a microcosm of AI's growing pains. At the heart, Claude 3.5 Opus, or 4.5, is the undisputed champ for coding agents. The eternal debate rages. Does edge come from superior models at killer prices, or slicker apps and LLM wrappers? Meanwhile, Anthropic battles model layer rivals like OpenAI's GPT-4o, rumored 5.2 codex incoming, open source beasts like Llama 3.1, GLM4, or Minimax's M2.1. Inference speed adds another twist. OpenAI's tie-up with Cerebras hints at token speeds hitting 4 digits per second. Imagine that. Blazing fast iterations could trump slower, single-shot accuracy. 3 quick refinements might beat 1 ponderous perfection, changing how we prompt and iterate. So what does this Claude Code, OpenCode debacle really mean? It's not just a pricing spat or gatekeeping gripe, it's a pressure cooker testing the AI coding ecosystem. We're witnessing a tug-of-war between model excellence and app innovation. Devs like you and me are caught in the crossfire, deciding loyalty to the best brain, the LLM, or the best body, the tool wrapping it. Right now, it's a multi-tool world. I juggle Claude Code for complex projects where precision matters, OpenCode for cost-sensitive tinkering, and throw in Aider or Cursor for niche tasks. Complexity and budget dictate the pick. But 2026 feels like a tipping point. With stakes this high, productivity, careers, entire industries on the line, we're barreling toward consolidation. Only the strongest agents and wrappers will survive the shakeout. Picture this future. AI doesn't just assist, it co-pilots end to end, from spec to deploy, with you overseeing like a CTO. But getting there means navigating these battles. Open source, like OpenCode, democratizes access, fostering innovation from the masses. Closed systems like Claude Code deliver polished, reliable experiences backed by big resources. Which wins? Maybe a hybrid, open cores with proprietary edges. One thing's clear, this evolution empowers us. No more grinding through rote code. Focus on creativity, strategy, impact. If you're a dev grinding in a startup or scaling at a tech giant, these tools aren't optional, they're essential. Experiment with OpenCode's free tier. See if it unseats your Claude setup. Or stick with subs for that Opus magic. What side are you on? Model purist or app aficionado? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you switched tools amid the ban? Hit like if this breakdown hit home, subscribe for more deep dives on AI's frontier, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next video on Inference Speed Wars.